Hi Caledonian Biker, thanks for tuning into the channel. Today I'm up at Revolutions Motorcycles in Perth. And I'm going to be test riding the all-new Norton Atlas. Really looking forward to this, so it's a big thank you to the staff at Revolutions to allow me out on this bike today. So stick around for my intro video, and after my intro video you'll get my review of the all-new Norton Atlas. Hope you enjoyed the intro video. Let's get the show on the road. Firstly, I'm going to show you how to turn the bike on. So we've got the keyless ignition here. I've just shown you the key. With the keyless ignition, we're pressing the button on and off, and then the screen comes into its own with that. Beautiful 8-inch landscape TFT touchscreen. And it's telling me the vehicle is off. As soon as I press the button, top left, then using the key fob to unlock, and up comes the screen itself. Very straightforward, pretty simple. Well, that's me out of the busy city of Perth. And got the bike onto the kind of roads I think suits it. My kind of roads, roads less travelled. Even in this quiet, twistier stuff, the bike's easy manoeuvred round about. The 19-inch front wheel is just ideal for this type of road. It just allows the steering to be that wee bit quicker for you than what a 17 conventional would have. The steering itself's very light, and the bike been very light, 199, and I think it's feels so light, so much lighter than the 199. It's just so much fun when I poke round about these wee back roads on this bike. I rode the 450 BMW recently as well, and that's the sort of fun that I felt I was getting with that bike also. I think you wouldn't be disappointed in this bike any shape or form in any road you were on, because to me it's got the power there, it's got the torque there, and I've forgot the fact that I'm on a 585cc motorcycle, because it does not give that impression. I've run a lot of middleweight motorcycles this year, I own a lot of middleweight motorcycles this year, and these motorcycles have got more power, they've got more torque. But there's a nice balance about this Norton motorcycle. There's a nice feel to it, and it doesn't get phased when you're wanting a wee bit more out of it. Same with the brakes. The brakes are more than adequate on this machine as well. I've no problem with the standard tyres on the bike. The standard tyres are fine on the bike also. Brakes again, they're more than adequate for going round about the tractor, cutting the hedges. It's long gears in it because of the torque. You can hold the gear that much longer, you can kick it up a gear, you can kick it down a gear. It's quite happy to ride about 4/5 in these wee roads. The KYB suspension's more than adequate with my big body on it. and it's confidence inspiring bike. I'm firing into corners here, and the bike's giving us that confidence to fire into these corners. I'm using a quick shifter, I'm up and down with a quick shifter, quite conscious of how good the quick shifter is, and that in itself doesn't happen in all bikes. A lot of bikes with kind of sticky quick shifters. I certainly don't find that in this bike. I find that a more than capable quick shifter. On these roads, the screen's perfect as well. I'm not getting any buffeting. I'm getting very little wind noise also. So good job all round with your ergonomics and the package on the Atlas motorcycle, Norton. Take a bow. So this is really where this bike belongs, as far as I'm concerned. Your middleweight adventure bikes, you want to explore, and this bike certainly got the capability for doing all that sort of thing that we're talking about. A middleweight adventure bike. It'll do these wee sea roads, it'll do your off-road as well, your fire trails, but most importantly it'll do everything for you, especially with the torque with this engine. It's absolutely incredible. 69 brake horsepower. There's been a few different ones have said that they compare it to the KLE 500, they compare it to the Honda Transalp. I don't see that bike fitting in that at all. There's only one bike that's similar to this, and it's the Vosge 625 DSX, a bike I've already tested. It's on my channel. It's got 850cc engine in it as well, and it's got 63 brake horsepower, whereas this has got the 69. And all said and done, that's the most similar bike, I would say, to what the Atlas is. But it's the comfort, it's the plushness of this bike, the ergonomics of the bike as well. I've been riding it all day now. I've been riding it in varied roads. My knees fit in, my feet's not getting vibration through the pegs. My knees are nice with the tank. The handlebars are nice on it. I'm going along here on these single track roads, thoroughly enjoying myself and not got a care in the world. It just brings a big massive smile on my face. Thank you very much, Norton Motorcycles. Not every bike I sit on, with me being 6'4", where I can say everything kind of fits really well. I've usually got to do a few mods, but on this bike, the mirrors are good, the handlebar position's good, everything about it today that I've been riding with the bike, I just find comfortable in the right position where I want it, and the engine, super slick, the brakes there coming down again, awesome. The quick shifter up and down, it's never proved sticky at any stage. It's just an all-round great package on this motorcycle. So, time to test the bike in the town and see how it performs in the town with a slower riding. There's been folks saying there's glitches from the throttle. I've not noticed any glitches at all day. I've found the ride by wire throttle very, very smooth. Never had to think about it once. So as you see here, in the busy wee town, bike up and down the box, no problem. Moving away, no glitch. All smooth, just the way you would expect it. And then as soon as we're at the 30, the bike's straight up onto 30. And then just as we're ready to hit the nationals now, You go, 4 gear, pulls at an absolute train, and that's you up at your national speed limit. Okay. Well, now it's time to stop riding, pull over, give your respects to this bike. Hi, thanks for sticking around. I did say we're going to talk about some specs with the bike. So the beating heart of it is the all new engine for Norton. This is the 585cc bike. It's got 69 brake horsepower and it's got 57 newton meters of torque. And this is a really torquey motor. You could be fifth gear all day in this bike. It reminds me of my BMWs. So the engine itself is a 270-degree crank. It's a cross-plane twin engine and it gives you that kind of same fuel as the rest of the cross-planes, a kind of V-power engine type that you're getting when you're riding the bike in the road. Very smooth, as I say, very plush, very impressive. Moving on to the quick shifter on the bike. Quick shifter as well, super slick, it's up and down, and it's a good combination with the gears to the engine and the ratio and the power that you're getting and the torque you get further up the rev band. Very easy bike to ride, as I said to you when I was out on the road. Other things about it, a wee bit more with the ergonomics. I did mention the mirrors are a good fit, good size, nice shape mirrors on it. The screen itself, this being the Atlas standard model, the Apex comes with an adjustable screen, but you've got to stop for that one and it's 2 thumbs pushed in and then the screen will come up. This is standard and I find the screen fine, especially with a cutout on it. It's putting the wind up. Just to run it down from there, we've got the charger point as well. For your phone, very handy position just above the TFT. It fits in there, it's a C charger for that. Underneath that, we've got the TFT, which is a masterpiece in itself. It's in the landscape on this machine and it gives you so much information on it. I'll go into that further on when I'm talking about the screen itself, because obviously it's a touch screen and we've got over-the-air updates as well. So I'll talk about that later. Keyless ignition for the bike as well. The key itself has got the 4 different quadrants on it, and you press that once you've pressed the start for the bike, and you press that and then the bike lights up for you and then you're easily starting the bike up itself. Now on to the handlebars. I found the handlebars in a good riding position for myself. Quite upright, quite a nice riding position, and my knees fitted in nice against the tank. The foot pegs are nice, I've got the rubbers on them, you can take them off for the serrated bits if you're doing a bit of off-road, but they were comfortable, no vibrations whatsoever through the pegs on either side. Both sets of the switch gear, very posh, I really like the idea of it. You've got your SOS button on this as well on the right side, you've got your mode button, and the modes are very easily just to flick through, and you see that on the screen, and they can also be done touch screen as well on the bike. On the left-hand switch gear, we have the cruise control. The cruise control, very easily operated and very plush. The finish and all the switch gear, etc., the built-in indicators that we've got either side on the handguards, it is superior quality. I've really got to emphasise this to you guys. It's superior quality, what I'm finding here. The seat as well, the seat comes off electronically. The grab rails are built in underneath it here. There's no real tail light on the bike. What you've got here is just everything's built in with indicators. And the finish all round about the bike, especially the fact you only see one fastener in the whole of the bike. Get back to the fairing itself, it is very car-like. A lot of people assimilate it to your Aston Martin and stuff like that. Very unusual just to see one fastener either side of the bike. And that's really just to allow emergency to take the panel off to go in underneath the seat if you have flat battery, since the seat is electronic. And that's the only reason there's a fastener showing either side of this bike. Now, colour scheme wise, this is it in the black, you get it in the silver, you get it in the green, you get it in the orange. There's an add-on for the 2 colours, the orange and the green. If you're wanting to get it in the blue, it's only available in the Apex model, but that comes free of charge with it. Now, moving on to the other parts of the bike. The bash plate on the standard bike, which I've got here, is plastic, whereas if you upgrade to the Apex, you'll get an aluminium bash plate, but this is also available. No heated grips on this one, but again, on the configurator you can price up everything that's looking at there for extras on that bike if you were buying the Atlas and you want to upgrade it to some of the specs that the Apex has got without spending that extra money to get the Apex first in the first place. Other things I would suggest about the bike is it's got a lovely feel to it when you're moving it about. It actually reminds me of my e-bike. This is how light it is. It comes in 188 kilograms dry and 199 kilograms, but it hides its weight really well. I'm round about bikes all the time. I'm always moving bikes. I've got all my middleweight bikes myself. I've got the 798 90 KTM. I've got the Touareg 660. I'm familiar with moving about lightweight bikes, middle range bikes, and this is the easiest one I've came across recently for moving about. It's just so light. It's a great idea how they've done here, the way they've hidden the weight of the bike. So the brakes on this bike are from Bybri. Now Bybri is owned by Brembo and they're made in India, these brakes, but they're made under Brembo, so they're very similar to the Brembo brakes. I've found them very good today. It's a 4-pot caliper set up at the front with a 310 disc at the front, both sides. On the back we've got a 270 with a single pot brake and very good stoppers. Now, suspension wise, KYB as you find in most of the bikes now, the Japanese maker, 43mm on this, different fork, different rebound for the right and compression damping for the left. As regards to the back, we've got the monoshock in the back and that's set up for rebound and preload only on the back of it. Like so many of the other bikes that I've been reviewing recently, it's the Bosch ECU, it's on it, it's a 6-axis IMU for your traction control and for your corner and ABS. Good setup, very good equipment, the Bosch top notch. Tank itself's very slim, very easy fitting with the knees on it, and that gives you 15 litres. Now that's actually going to give you over 200 miles tank range, maybe 220 depending how you're riding. They say these bikes can do 60 plus miles to the gallon, so that remains to be seen. I won't be doing as many miles as that today, but food for thought, the range that you're getting from this small tank. Seat-wise height, 845mm standard, but that drops down to 830. You can get a lower seat. I feel as if you'll get anybody on this bike because it's so narrow. It's a good fit. Tyres and wheels wise, it's Indian company Eurogrip that's supplying the tyres for it. I found them fine today. And you've got the 19 set up on the front and you've got the 17 set up on the back. They're tubeless. Now it's cast wheels that's on it, but they were looking to have the spoke wheels and later the spoke wheels all come in. They're just having supply problems, same as BMW with F450 GS, as I mentioned on my review of that bike. So cast wheels will get binned for the spoke wheels. There's a GT variant bike coming out as well, which is going to be more touring focused. It's going to have the 17-inch front wheel on it and the 17-inch back wheel on it. Now, getting back to that on-road, off-road scenario with this, with an adventure bike, I feel a wee bit we're having the low mudguard at the front, not a high mudguard, and not having the spoke wheels on it just now, having the cast wheels. That, especially as well, we're having indicators built into the handguards. The handguards been plastic. Don't get me wrong, they're solid enough handguards, but been plastic. It's not really geared up that much for off-road. I think where Norton are looking at getting the market is more people looking for that aggressive look, but not really fulfilling that aggressive look by doing a lot of off-road stuff. And that probably meets most people's needs. So as you can see here, as I scroll through the new Norton Atlas 8-inch full-colour TFT screen in the landscape, which I like. It's sharp, it's easy to read, and it works as a touchscreen when you're stopped. But once you're on the move, it switches to the left-hand joystick for you riding. You've got turn-by-turn sat-nav on it. There's Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connectivity, music and call control too. Now, the Norton Rider app, once you download it, provides ride data and also gives you over-the-air updates. Now that saves you going to your dealer. This is by far the best TFT you'll find in any motorcycle out there. So, just let's think about this for a minute, right? I've got the new Norton brand. I've got the new Norton badge, which I quite like, the new Norton badge. More modern. Still very similar to the old, but modern. Bike, modern. New market for the bike. A bike for the masses. A price point for the masses. Price-wise for the masses, we're talking 8,250 plus on the road for this. We're talking 9,450 plus on the road for the Apex model. With the Apex model, you're getting a few extras. But this bike at that price point, with a 2,400 deposit, you're looking at £79 per calendar month over a 3-year PCP deal with 5.9 APR. That's a very affordable bike for everybody that's out there, and you're getting so much for the bike for the money. Now, as regards to the Apex, if you fancy the extras, you're going to have to look at spending that extra £1,200, whatever. You're going to get a wee upgrade. You're going to get the dual braking, as I mentioned before, aluminium bastry, I mentioned before, heated grips. If you just want heated grips on their own, 269 they'll take from you, not crazy money. You'll get a hill hold, you'll get corner lights, you'll get rear rack and pillion handles with the Apex. You'll get the adjustable screen, but you've got to stop to get that up and down with your thumbs to move it about. You'll get tyre pressure monitor sensors on it, and you get the additional colour if you want the blue, which is free of charge with it. So it's food for thought for yourselves, where your price point is and how much money you're wanting to spend. You go into the configurator and there's lots of different extras with luggage and different aspects with the bike. Now, going back to the servicing costs, you're at 600 miles for the first service, and then it's 6,000 thereafter, and it's yearly. The servicing costs haven't been announced yet by Norton, but they'll be in line with probably a wee bit more than what you would be paying for the Royal Enfields, I would imagine. Now, in conclusion to this bike, Norton have put a big investment, or TVS, shall we say, the Indian owners have put a big investment in this bike, and Norton themselves, and they're taking a few risks. They bought the firm over in 2020 with the nostalgia going back to 1898 when it was first established, and then it had different owners and it's went through different ups and downs, as we all know. But bring it up to date. Recently, there was £100 million spent after TVS took them over to move them from Donington Race Circuit, where they were making the bikes there, to a state-of-the-art new factory in Solihull in Birmingham. Big investment. A lot of bikes need to be sold when you're making that sort of investment. And I think this is where they've got this bike. They've got this bike where people, the masses, will buy the bike. So I think it's looking positive for Norton moving forward to that regard. Personally speaking, I rode bikes, Norton brand, back in the 70s and the 80s. And it's just great to get back on the bike again with that badge on it. And at that price point, I don't see a problem. But again, as I always say to anybody who's out there and they want to buy a bike, look over the specs, look over the cost, see if it's going to suit you, but always try before you buy. But as regards to the Norton Atlas, even in the Billy Basic forum, I give it a massive big thumbs up. I've really enjoyed riding this bike today, and the sweet spot is the motor on it and the torque in it. Thanks very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. And please leave your comments in the comments field below and interact. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. So it's Caledonian Biker. I'll catch you in the next video. All the best.